Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who were very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim her pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon their houses. This is Brother Quanah Watts coming back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord will. It is edifying, Lord will, straight to the point. Hey, a civil war, right, is bound to break out here soon, man. Right, as you see right here on the People's Voice.tv, it says Maxine Waters demands mass arrest of Trump supporters. They're domestic terrorists, man. And there's been this whole, basically attack on the, Trump administration, right? Going back to J6, right? Basically where they stormed the Capitol, and, they basically took over those buildings, man. Dudes was taking pictures in certain, government officials' chairs and offices and so on and so forth. They were all over, the White House, man. They raided that thing, which we know, right? It was ultimately set up, right? Just as this whole situation that we're seeing, right, with this Trump, right? For those that have been paying attention, right? The scriptures say, be not ignorant, in matters small or great, right? So, we pay attention to what's going on with this Trump shit, man, which really, again, right? 2 Corinthians 2:11, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We understand why all this is, happening, but nonetheless, it's also an indication of, America going down, right? Kingdom being divided within itself, man, shall not stand. And this is exactly what we're seeing, right? Which is, again, these situations that you see right here, it says, them, basically declaring, Trump supporters as domestic terrorists, right? That's going to lead to that civil war, right? Now I want to read a little bit. It says the Democrat Republican Maxine Waters has urged the FBI to begin mass arresting millions of Trump supporters, warning that they are domestic terrorists who need to be prevented from voting this November, right? And that's what they're ultimately trying to do, is to make it to where Trump doesn't become, president, man, which, once Trump gets into office, man, if Trump gets into office, right, what's he going to do, man? He's finna go hard as shit, right? And this is what, ultimately, we're hoping for, right? We're hoping that he can get into, which we're not Trump supporters, right? We're not Biden supporters. We're not, none of that, man, right? According to Deuteronomy, right, we're not allowed, I think it's 15:14 or 14:15, right? We're not allowed to, vote, right? According to the scriptures, we're not allowed to vote for somebody who's not of our own people, man. So we don't vote, man. We vote for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai if we're going to vote, We vote for Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and that's it. But nonetheless, right, we hope Trump, right, can get into office because we believe that he's going to ultimately speed everything up, man, right, as far as prophecy, right? Jacob's trouble, right, the hour of temptation, right? We hope that he can get into office and hurry that shit up, man. But again, we're not Trump supporters, right? But nonetheless, right, they want to, stop him from becoming, president again, right? It says Republican Waters justified her extreme position by claiming that Trump supporters pose a threat to national security and democracy, right? It says, I'm going to spend some time with the criminal justice system and with the justice system, Waters said during an appearance on MSNBC. Tell us what is going on with domestic terrorists. Are they preparing a civil war against us? Should we be concerned about our safety? What is he doing with this divisive language, right? So she's worried about a civil war, right? Trying to paint the narrative that, Trump supporters, right, or the Republicans, right, are ultimately preparing or trying to prepare or set up a civil war. And when in reality, the situation, right, her making these claims, right, that's going to cause a civil war as well. That's going to cause an uprising, because all it's going to do, because we understand, right, a lot of these Republicans, right, here in America, right, the state of Texas, right, as well as other places as well, they got guns, man, so if they, and on top of them, they're very prideful, right? So let them, we've seen this many times, right? Esau Edom, period, right? No matter where you're a Democrat or Republican, right? Esau Edom is prideful as shit, right? Especially these damn Republicans, man, right? The ones that ride with these guns and stuff like that, So if they feel, any kind of threat, what are they going to do, right? A lot of these militias that you see here are a lot of Republican groups, man, what is it, the NRA, the National Rifle Association? That's a Republican group, man. So, hey, when they ultimately feel threatened like this, what is that gonna do? That's gonna have them uprise as well, you know. So it wouldn't be something that's far-fetched from this article, right? You see some type of uprising or some kind of pushback, right, from these damn Republicans, man, you know, coming up against, again, these Democrats, right? But again, this whole situation, right, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, right? We understand what this is going to turn into. It's going to turn into a civil war, which is prophesied, right? Let's look at that. In Psalms 19 and verse 2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. And the modern day Egyptians are speaking of these Americans, man, right? Because we know America, right, according to Revelations, the 11th chapter, right, is spiritually likened unto Sodom and Egypt, man, right? Sodom because of all the mo shit that goes on here, you know, and Egypt because of the hard bondage, right? And this is America, you know, this is America, you know. That's America, right? America is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, right? So this is the modern day Egypt, or the modern day, you know, Egyptians, right, are the Babylonians, right? The Americans, man. So it's going to be what? Americans versus Americans, right? Democrats versus Republicans, you know, those who are for Trump, those who aren't, you know. It says, and they shall fight everyone against his brother and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom, right? And you have households that are split, man. Right? You got households in America, right? They might be the same damn family, but they're split two ways, man. Half the family's Republicans, half the family's Democrats, right? You're going to see those families split, right? You're going to see neighbors, right, who live on the same block, right, might have different views. You're going to see them split and fighting, right? Family members, neighbors, friends, right? It says city against city, right? We look at Texas, right? Texas not with what's going on at the border, man. But yet Biden, right, and his administration, right, are allowing certain things, right? But again, you got Texas, Arizona, right? They ain't with what's going on, man. They're not with that shit. You know, so again, you're seeing the divide, you know, from not only, you know, the regular peons, but even going up in higher positions, man. Whole states aren't with it. You know, you had literally America was split down the middle, 50-50 when dealing with this border situation, you know? Which is a fuel to the fire, man. Fuel to the fire. And here soon, you're going to see people say, fuck it, man. Right? Because now they're labeling those who support Trump as domestic terrorists, talking about arresting them. Hey, what do you think is going to happen when they come in? Right? When they come in and they try to, you know, arrest them, man. They're going to fight back, man. They're going to fight back. They're not going to take that shit. You know? So here soon, right, Revelations, the 15th chapter, is very well going to happen, right? Let's go to it, right? That's like Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, not Revelations, right? Second Esdras, the 15th chapter, and we'll start at verse 15. It says, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, right? So they're going to be fighting against each other, man, right? You're going to have people, right? Again, you're going to have Democrats and Republicans fighting against another, right? Red versus blue, you know, and it'd be American versus Americans, man, you know, as well as, again, right, this whole, you know, border situation. You even have, you know, them fighting against, you know, those who came across the border, man, you know. But again, for the sake of this lesson, right, again, the main point being, right, Americans versus Americans, man. It says, verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. Right, because at that point, right, you got a lot of police officers, right, that are Republicans, a lot of police officers, Democrats, right? So even they're going to be split, right? And they're going to be worried about their own homes too, man. You know, because if there's going to be chaos, right, there's going to be war in the streets. Hey, what do you think they're going to do, right? They're going to go home and protect their families, right? They're not going to be worried about, you know, keeping their duties as a police officer. No, they're going to be worried about their families, man. You know, verse 17, it says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, right? Right, because you're going to have, again, war popping off, man. Civil War popping off, right? America in straight up chaos at that point. you know? So you're not going to be able to go into a city unless you want to go into that chaos and get your ass killed, man, you know? And then on top of that, right, you're going to have roadblocks that are going to be set up as well, right, which they already have that, right? In New York, they have certain roadblocks you have to, in order to get in and out of the city, right? They're going to set up more roadblocks, man, you know? They're going to set up more roadblocks, you know? Verse 18 says, "For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, right? The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." Because that's going to be, when that whole situation pops off, you best believe, man, when all this shit boils over, right? And America ultimately breaks out into the war, that's going to be part of what? Jacob's trouble, man. That's going to be another avenue in which Jacob's trouble, right, can only get worse. Right? And that's not even including, again, the famine that's going to take hold. That's not going to include, the teeth of wild beasts, the apparitions people are going to see. Right? Because Jacob's trouble is going to be like a time like no other. And this whole civil war could be the start of it. Now, again, I'm speaking as a man. We don't know exactly how, exactly it's going to start or when it's going to start. But we know that it is going to happen, man. And this is why, the warning is constantly going out. Hey, you need to get right with Yahweh Shem Shah, because when that shit pops off, hey, if you ain't right with Yahweh Shem Shah, you're gonna die, man. It says right here, it says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor." Because, hey, people out here, they're not gonna be showing any mercy, man. These people are not gonna be giving out any mercy, right? It says, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. So they're going to come kick in your doors, right? They come kick in your doors, take your shit, and do what they do with you, man. If you be a woman, you're probably going to get raped, right? If you be a man, and you damn sure going to get beat the hell up, killed, and that'll be all she wrote for your ass, man. It says, because of lack of bread and for great tribulation, right? Again, part of that, that famine that's going to take hold as well, So hey, this situation, man, that's coming, man, is going to be a very bad one. America is about to basically burst into flames, right? Economically, socially, and you see that. And again, I remember, the former elder out here in Arizona, Karatazar, he's put a video in the chat, I want to say like a year and a half ago, he about a movie, about a year and a half ago, about a movie called American Blackout, and I'll never forget that movie, because that showed you, right, to a certain degree, what it's going to be like when America pops off, right, and it's every man for himself, It was bad, man. And again, this is what ultimately is going to, happen with America, right? When it comes to this civil war, right? America's going to be in complete and utter shambles, man. And this shit is right around the corner, right? Habakkuk 2 and 3. The vision is yet for an appointed time. At the end it shall speak. When it's speaking, Hey, so get right with Yahweh Shem Shai. Get into this word. Watch these videos. Get into the word, man. Because we're at the end. But I just want to make this real quick. Lord wills, edifying. Lord wills, straight to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. Till next time, I say shalom.